for joining us for this episode of Downtown Downloaded. Today we are in Dubious Claims with owner Neil Wilkerson. We have Luke, general manager, and Lauren, who has been here since day one. Just tell us a little bit about when this bar came to, a brewery came to life.
So Lauren and I have this funny thing back and forth of what the actual day we truly open.
Still don't know what it is.
She
It's
says,
still April
I don't know.
26th. It hasn't changed for 3 years.
okay, so 3 years, April 26th, we opened the doors up to Dubious Claims Brewing Company. And, it was a dream of mine to be able to have a brewery. And the funny thing about my business plan was I had 9 employees that I was planning on, that's what I needed was 9 employees.
Yeah.
Well, I have 28 employees now, 3 years later, through a pandemic, and we're chugging along, man. We're doing great things.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then you've expanded even a couple of times?
Yep, we've taken, recently we did the patio. We had the old nasty gravel, it was fine, it needed to go. We poured some concrete on it, got some nice patio furniture out there, which we're in the middle of getting an upgrade on that as well. There'll be a 3rd phase, maybe 4th phase, whatever we want to call it, hopefully to cover it and garage door it, clear garage door it, and really make it all year long instead of seasonal. So that's the most recent thing. The thing before that is we put in the 1933 room. So we ended up going closer to the elms, open up the big hole between that wall between us and them, and we called it the 1933 room for a reason. That was prohibition, was you could legally drink beer in 1933. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Also have events in there. We're able to do events. We do weddings, receptions. We do retirement parties. We do birthday parties. We're able to do all different events. We just got to get them scheduled, get them on the books, and we'll staff it, and we'll make it an amazing night for people.
Yeah. Now let's get into the good stuff here. How many different beers do you have on tap that are Dubious Claims beers?
Well, we brew all of our beers here. When we first opened up, we didn't have quite the variety that we have now because we didn't have, we opened up.
Trained on 9 people.
Right.
That's good. And so right now we shuffle between, I don't know what's on the board. We shuffle between
There
16.
are 18 beers on tap right now.
Lauren says there's 18 beers on tap. So we shuffle around between 16 to 19 different beers. We're able to distribute our beers as well. We self-distribute. Outside of Dubious Claims, we brew an exclusive beer, 2 of them actually for the Elms, for just them. We do a cream ale and an IPA for them, but we also can distribute anywhere in the state of Missouri our beer can go. We're concentrating more on in-house. We're wanting to make this an experience for everybody that walks through that front door, a memorable experience, and to do that we have to concentrate really heavily and put our effort towards making that happen here. And that's why I have the team that I have.
Yeah.
And it all starts right here.
Yeah. So I guess off that, how far have your beers gone? I know I've seen the posts on social media where maybe somebody's at the beach and they're taking a picture with their Dubious shirt or their growler or something. How far do you have any idea?
Legally, can I say that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I guess that's on them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
What have you seen? What have you guys seen? You've paid more attention to that than I have, right? I mean, on social media?
Yeah, I've definitely seen some of our beers and our shirts in Destin, Florida.
Okay.
My mom actually took some Dubious gear to Alaska.
All right.
There you go. It's pretty far.
Pretty far.
Yeah.
And everywhere in between, maybe, huh?
Yeah.
I know.
Well, it's not all. It's also not as far as our beer goes, but also who makes it to us. Since we're right by the Elms,
Oh, yeah.
I get all sorts of tourists. So I just had someone from Florida, get people from South Carolina, all over the place that are, it seems like a small town here, but they find their way to the Elms, and through that, they find their way here. So we've kind of established a regional presence because of that, of the people who are staying in town.
Yeah, I had a guy from the North Pole here.
Yeah.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Literally
probably
the North
the most
Pole.
interesting individual
Santa
that I've
Claus?
had in here. Huh?
Not Santa? Or what?
I maybe he
may have
was.
been, he may have been Santa.
I don't know. Depends on if you believe or not.
Yeah, always. When somebody comes to Excelsior Springs from wherever, and they start reading through some of these names, you know, the Elixir Stout, the Therapy Kolsch, like what is in the names? Like what's unique about these
So,
names?
I'd like to back up on that just a little bit to say, where did the name Dubious Claims come from?
Oh.
Because I think that leads into why they are what
Yeah.
we name some of our beers. So Dubious Claims, we found in an article in our awesome museum. By the way, if you haven't been to the Excelsior Springs Museum, you have to visit the museum. It's incredible history. It's everything and then some at that museum. So the wife and I went down there. We were hours and who knows how deep into material trying to find a unique name to tie it to Excelsior Springs. My wife pulls her head up when all I could see is her head at that point. In the museum, Google Dubious Claims to see if there's any brewery close to Dubious Claims because we didn't want to step on anybody else's naming. But just so happens to be that there wasn't a Dubious Claims brewing company. What she read in the article was there was an editor in the Kansas City Star that was making the comment of Excelsior Springs and all the different springs and the minerals in the water down here, the claims they were making, how they were supposedly healing people. And he said those claims are making in Excelsior, those claims are dubious claims. So that's how the name came about. And some of the water was supposed to be for therapy Kolsch. We've got Vitality. We normally have Vitality Vienna, which currently it's being brewed. We have Elixir Stout. One of our most popular, the most popular beer is it's not named up there, but it's called Blueberry Wheat, Bathhouse Blueberry Wheat, and so the Pick Me Up Pale Ale.
Well, we have a lot of options for to-go beers. You can do individual cans for a pretty good deal for 6-packs where you can pick your different varieties of beer. It's all have to be one type. They can do a 64-ounce growler that you can bring back and refill. We have a 32-ounce growler that you can bring back and refill. What? Guess what? Anymore.
We've got our cooler packages.
Cooler pack.
That's really popular with the Elms.
Okay.
There's a lot of rooms at the Elms don't have refrigerators, so you can come down here and fill up your growler, buy a cooler to put it in, we'll fill it up with ice for you, so when you take it back to your hotel, you've got cold beer for the rest of your night.
Nice. So what if you live here local? What are your options? Any clubs or anything that you can join?
Absolutely. This is the club guy right here.
I'm the club guy. So we have two clubs. The Founders Club, which is where you get your tall pour, and we also have the Mug Club, which is where you'll get a mug pour, which you can see on the top shelf here. So every time you come in, you just get the exclusivity of having your beer in a larger glass. Doesn't matter what the beer is. Could be a specialty. Doesn't matter. We'll fill it up for you, and it's just a little perk to being in the club. It's a 1-year fee, and it lasts you the entire year. So there's other discounts that come with that. Discounts on merchandise and to-go beer, but the main attraction for the Founders Club is having your name on a gold plate at the front of the brewery, and then of course just having that larger glass because every drop counts.
Okay. Well, if we're going to be a little optimistic here, what does the future hold for Dubious Claims? Are there any big partnerships or events or things that have gone on that might be coming back or that you plan to start up?
So events, our famous thing that we love to do to support our community is do our celebrity bartender. And we've raised, for different charities and different events, we've raised over $90,000 for the town of Excelsior Springs. And that's because this town is willing to give to the town for a cause. They come down here, we celebrate it, we put somebody behind the bar that we call them a celebrity for the night because they are a celebrity. They're not just that night, they're a celebrity. Somebody that's influential in this town and wants to see this town keep growing and booming, and that there's a cause. And I gotta say thank you, Excelsior Springs, for letting us do curbside pickup. And this is very touching. Curbside pickup. Our parking lot at one point was packed with cars for curbside pickup. They were here to get the beer and their pizza fix.
It was a full system.
We
Changed the entire operation and purpose of our business
Absolutely.
to be a drive-through brewery, and it worked.
Will that continue? like the curbside pickup?
So
Yeah.
we have Chow Now, which is you can find that as an app, or Google that, go to our website. There's a link there to dubiousbrewingcompany.com and going on
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
They're all specialty.
Well, yeah, a new special.
So,
So-
Waterfest is coming in a couple weeks.
Yeah, so our head brewer, Taryn Winnie, is a local guy that's got a degree in brewing science. He's been here since day one, and he is in collaboration with my old recipes, and he does his recipes as well. So right now he worked with the Opal Wapu. It's a bicycle. It's a gravel grinder during Waterfest.
Yeah.
Okay, and they all voted in a beer as they signed up. They all voted in a special beer that we're going to bring out that day at the Opal Wapu
Just for them.
finish line. Well, it's going to be for them special for that day, but it's going to be available
After the event.
at the event and then after.
Okay.
But they're going to get a sample of it. If you signed up for the race, you get a 12-ounce sample, maybe 16. We'll see. Big sample. And because you've earned it,
Yeah.
some of these people riding 100 miles on gravel. That's it. That's an incredible deal.
In the morning.
I don't know if you knew this, but did you know we're open on Fridays for lunch now?
What?
With the happy hour special.
Happy hour special Fridays at lunch.
There are lunch specials, and beer is $1 off from 11 to 4. So come down, a little lunch break. You won't tell your boss you had a beer at lunch. It's
Yeah,
none of my
secret
business.
safe with us. It's all good.
Yeah.
What goes on at Dubious stays at Dubious.
That's right. Part of
It's all dubious.
Save the water, drink the beer, right?
That's right.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right. Well, any last things that you would like the world to know about Dubious Claims?
Well, Dubious Claims is just one piece of the downtown of Excelsior Springs, which is the support that the downtown Excelsior Springs has through the DEP, Lindsay Baxter, and we've got the chamber as well, and the support that they give the businesses down here to provide events, to make sure that everybody's following the guidelines, the CDC guidelines, to communications with the businesses. That's what makes this downtown what it is, because it is a community, and we're all here, for our guests, and it works really, really well. And enjoy what Excelsior Springs has to offer. We not only have this brewery, we have Atlas Brewing, also in Excelsior Springs. We have 3 vineyards around town that you can visit as well. So there's a lot to do down here.
Yeah.
Come to Excelsior Springs. Come see what we have to offer. Come stay and enjoy yourself. It really is a really good community.
Yeah, make a weekend out of it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Downtown Downloaded down here at Dubious Claims Brewing Company.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Special beers. Anything on the horizon that you might be brewing up in there?
Oh, there's